Hi guys, this is my second book review. I am so excited to be doing these books with you. I'm going to try and keep it short, but a lot of these books are so good. The first book I have is called The Young Elites by Mary Lou. I absolutely love this book. It's a great book. Let me take this off. It's a great book, and I just hope you enjoy the book. I do recommend you read it. It's basically about this girl called Adelina, I'm not sure, but her father was very rude to her, and that triggered something inside her mind, and she started to see all these strings, and she has these powers now, and she meets a group of people called the Young Elites who are like her with her powers and stuff like that, but she's a traitor for her sister's sake. I'm not going to go too much in it because I don't want to spoil these books for you. So read it. I definitely recommend it. And I love this book. I'm going to get the next book. There's a next book coming around my birthday, so I will be definitely getting that. So I hope you enjoy it if you read it, and it's a great book. The next book is only a book in the Junior Great Books third series. I read this in third grade, and I saw the book at a store, and they were selling it for $1. So I said, hey, why not get it? So the book I'm going to review in this one is called The Fisherman and His Wife. It's a good book for children to read. I wouldn't recommend it for like upper class books. It's not exactly a book that you'll really get into. Not for me anyway. But I really like the book. It's about a fisherman, and he goes one day and goes fishing, and he finds this magical fish who is actually a prince. Is it a prince in this book? Yes, it's a prince. And he says, leave me alone, don't cook me, eat me, and I'll grant you one wish. So he wishes his wish, and then his wife keeps asking for more, and then things get a little bit more detailed. So it's a good book. I definitely recommend you read this one as well. Great books. Remember, Series 3, Junior Great Books. The next book I'm going to review is a lot of books you're familiar with. It's called Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Hard Luck. Basically, it's about a boy called Greg, and he isn't very nice to this guy called Rowley. He's supposed to be his best friend, and stuff like that. And Rowley basically dished him and stuff like that. I have not read this book in 3 years, so keep that in mind. 2 years? I'm not sure. I haven't read this book in a long time, basically. So I hope you enjoy the book. It's a good book. And I got the hardcover one. I recommend it for you, but I read this in 2nd, 3rd grade, so I definitely recommend it for you. It's called Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Hard Luck, once again, by Jeff Kenny? Kitty, probably. This next book was once again recommended in the 3rd grade by a friend of mine. It's called The Borrowers Afield by Mary Norton. It's a good book. I have not exactly read most of it yet, but it's about this little family, and a rat catcher somehow fits into this whole thing. But I have not read it, so I don't know whether to recommend it to you or not, but in my next videos, I will definitely let you know if it's a good book when I read it. So, for now, it looks good, so I don't exactly recommend it yet, because like I said, I have not read it yet, so I only will tell you if I recommend it when I read it. This next book is called It's a Series of Unfortunate Events. That's the series. It's called The Ustur Academy. Basically, I covered it in my first video, the first book. This is the 5th book. It's a great book. I do recommend it. It goes in detailed a lot. This is one of my favorite books in the series. Basically, the 3 orphans are being sent from place to place because Count Olaf either gets rid of them or kills them, the owners that are supposed to be taking care of them. So basically, they go to this school, and the school is a boarding school where they live there, and the principal is very hard and evil to them. And then in this book, I don't want to spoil it, but Count Olaf poses as a gym teacher. So I hope you enjoy this book a lot. So tell me when you've read this, and then I do recommend it. I do recommend it. So tell me when you've read this, and I will give you a little counter on that one. So this next book, I didn't intentionally mean to get it, but it's called, I'm going to cover this because this is my library information right here, but it's called The Red Queen's Daughter by Jacqueline Colosso. I'm going to show that to you because I'm not sure if you can read that. So I hope you like it. I have not read it, so you can leave in the comments down below and tell me if you have read it, and then give me a little account of that, a little telling of what it's really about. So I hope you like this book. It looks pretty good from the cover, but I don't really judge a book by its cover. So I hope you enjoy it. It's a good book. I've heard some good things about it. So tell me if you enjoyed this book, if you happen to read it. This is a graphic novel. I have read it. I've read 2 versions of it. But basically, it's a hardcover comic book of the Macbeth. It has a few facts about William Shakespeare in the back. Stuff like that. But I have not read it. I have read another kind of it. Oh, it's Macbeth. It's by William Shakespeare, for those of you not very familiar with the play. So here you go. It's a good book. It's basically about, for those of you who have not read it, it's basically about this guy called Macbeth, and his wife is power hungry, and that gets them into a lot of stuff that they can't handle. So there's just a lot of killing in this book, a lot of deaths. William Shakespeare is very going into this book. It's like, wow, once you read it. It's basically for, like, that's the ice cream man. It's basically like a book. If you don't feel like reading this entire book, this is about this thick, then you can just pick up a comic book in your nearest local library, and you should be able to find it and read the graphic novel. It's not that many pages, so read it. I recommend it. The last book I'm going into today is, I have not read it. It's called Wings of Fire by Tua T. Sutherland. And I'm just blocking this bit here because it's my local library's name and stuff like that. So I'm not sure what it's about. I'm going to read you from the back, the first paragraph right here. She can't believe it's finally happening. Tsunami and her fellow dragonettes of destiny are journeying under the water to the great Sea-Wing Kingdom. Stolen as an egg from the royal hatchery, Tsunami is eager to meet her future subjects and reunite with her mother, Queen Coral. So I don't know if this is some sea, mermaid, dragony stuff. I don't know. It sounds really sci-fi to me. You know. So I do recommend this book for you because it looks pretty nice. I'm going to try and read it for you, and in the comments down below, tell me if you have read it and tell me what you liked about it, and I will respond to you. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you have a nice time, and I really recommend you to read these books. These are a lot of books, I know. You don't have to read all of them, but I really recommend you to read all of these books. None of these books are really bad to me. I like them. And the ones I haven't read yet, I will get to you on. So, thank you very much for watching my video once again. And bye. Have a nice day or night.